Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates following McLaren's double disqualification in Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me and X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, as we know, in the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Lando Norris finished in P2 and Oscar Piastri finished in P4. However, following the Grand Prix, both drivers were disqualified from the race and as a result picked up no points. So why were Norris and Piastri disqualified? Well, the McLaren cars were thrown out of the results after it was found that the floor skid blocks exceeded the maximum wear allowance, and following this, McLaren launched its own internal investigation to find out what went wrong, to see whether this was a Las Vegas specific issue or whether it's another issue on McLaren's side. Now, one theory going round following the Las Vegas Grand Prix was that because of Red Bull becoming a larger threat, McLaren have had to push harder to extract more performance, and as a result this will have meant running closer to the ground than it perhaps would like if it wanted to play things super safe. But now McLaren team boss Andrea Stella has denied that McLaren took a risk with its setup, countering that McLaren added a safety margin to ensure it did not run into trouble. And on top of that, Stella downplayed the concern of this issue going into the last two rounds in Qatar and Abu Dhabi, with Stella saying, "The conditions we experienced last weekend and which led to the onset of porpoising and excess of grounding compared to what was expected are very specific to the operating window of the car in Vegas and the circuit characteristics. We have a well-established and consolidated way of setting up the car, and we are confident that this will lead us to an optimal plan for the coming races, starting from the Losail International Circuit. Nevertheless, we learned from every lesson, and the one in Las Vegas has been able to provide some useful information about the operating window of the car and the porpoising regime." So yeah, essentially in Las Vegas it looks like McLaren were caught out by unexpected high levels of porpoising. And it looks like McLaren feel this is more circuit specific than to do with the car. So if all that is the case, then McLaren should be fine in the last two rounds of the season, but we'll see what happens. Now, in terms of the driver's title fight, this double disqualification actually helps Oscar Piastri. I mean, following the Las Vegas Grand Prix, he was around 30 points behind Norris in the standings. But now he's back within a race win of Norris at 24 points. However, Max Verstappen is also on 24 points. As we know, Red Bull have been on a great run of form in the second half of the season. Verstappen has picked up multiple wins and podiums and also won last time out in Las Vegas. And Verstappen has done well at the Qatar Grand Prix in previous years. I mean, in 2023 he won, in 2024 he won, and that was despite the McLarens looking really fast around the circuit. He managed to hold them off. And with Verstappen's threat now as big as ever, Piastri was asked if McLaren has talked about favouring Norris in title fights, and Piastri replied, as quoted by Racing News 365, "We had a very brief discussion and the answer is no. I'm still equal on points with Max and got a decent shot of still winning it. If things go my way, that's how we play it." Now, I'm personally shocked that there was ever a conversation. I mean, at the end of the day, Piastri still mathematically has a chance of winning this title. If he didn't have a chance of winning the title, the maths meant it was impossible, then fair enough. Maybe he should play the number 2 role, but still, he's got a chance to fight for the title. So yeah, personally, I don't think this should have come up in conversation, especially ahead of the Qatar Grand Prix, a Grand Prix where Oscar Piastri needs to put one of his best weekends together in order to keep his title hopes alive. And now Stella has said there is no reason to change the management of the drivers, with him saying, "We have always said that as long as the maths does not say otherwise, we would leave it up to the two drivers to fight for their chance at the final victory, and that is how it will be in Qatar. Let's not forget that if someone had told us at the start of the season that we would find ourselves in this situation with 2 races to go, we would have signed up for it. Now we're going to fight for the double world championship with confidence and awareness of our strength." But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.